Alright, so we're outside. I just hit 12, so just hit the 6th day in Egypt. Um, it's actually been oddly quiet today, even though, despite what the media has been showing. Um, but we've been consistently seeing black smoke the whole night. Um, we're located right next to the British Embassy, and the U.S. Embassy is right down the street. Still, we have our little tank right outside with the little soldiers. They've been there all night, keeping patrol. I took pictures of them. Um, it looks like, well, there was a vehicle with sirens blocking off the bridge, but it looks like they just started letting people through. You can see Cairo in the background. I'm in Cairo right now. That's the British Embassy, and that's you can see the two bridges um, leading into some smoke. I don't know if you can still see the smoke, but a building's been burning pretty consistently. That's actually the NDP, the National um, Diplomatic Party building. There's been a building burning far, like in between the West and East Bank. You can hear people chanting right now. I don't know if it'll come through on the computer. It went away. Um, but it's interesting that in the dead of night, you can still see thick black smoke. Um, we don't feel threatened. We're significantly far away. I mean, we're not in America. Like, I could go to the riots if I wanted to. I could, like, that's a choice. But we have, I think the doors are chained downstairs, probably. And not, like, chained in, like, a scary way, but, like, to prevent looters. CNN and all the channels have been right. There have been, like, neighborhood gangs coming together. Gangs as just, like, groups of people to protect their neighborhoods. They've been turning people away from their neighborhoods if they haven't been right. Like, if they don't have a right reason to be there. I saw a bunch of teenage boys patrolling the street below with sticks, just trying to look out. They're saying any man of the house or like the teenage boys are going to patrol. And in some neighborhoods, the news have said it worked. We don't know if that's consistent over Cairo because the news is portraying it as being in like sort of an anarchist state. But I mean, did it really have government like just government to begin with? No. Um, the riots will continue through the night into the morning and into tomorrow. I'm pretty sure of that. Um, the people aren't going to stop. They want Mubarak to leave. I know Obama has gotten some secretary, I forget, I think the National Security Bureau or something together. I mean, we're watching the news. We've been pretty much getting the same stuff for the past 5 hours. It's kind of obnoxious. Um, Everyone's just talking about, if Mubarak does step down, who goes up, and if it's going to be someone from like a radical Islamic branch, or is it going to be like a military position, or what's it going to look like? He has been in charge of Egypt for 30 years. Um, you can always, every now and then, hear gunshots or um, tires being blown up. A lot of tires and black smoke yesterday, but I haven't seen any tear gas today. Um, get my little shot. I don't think I should show you the military guys, but you can see the tank down there. They're like 4 dudes. They've been there all day. So, right now, how do I feel? I feel fortunate to be, you know, in like the class that I am in the U.S., like the economic class. I'm happy to be. I'm happy to say that I have been ignorant to the basic rights that I have as an American. Um, I mean, I feel that I'm safe and that I don't want to leave Egypt because this is where the change needs to come from. Um, I feel like I'm going to be very aggravated when I get back to the States and people are not given their full attention on the situation. I don't even know if internet or social media will be back up, but I know people are working on that. What do I see? I mean, I see Cairo. I've seen Cairo for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I see the military tank that's been there for hours since we got here. The 4 same men that have been patrolling. I see the army standing for the people. I see people riding in over the bridge on the tanks. I see dark, thick smoke that's been burning consistently all day. I actually see the fire too. Me and Khaled saw the fire earlier, but it just came back. It's been consistently burning. I just heard about 4 gunshots, or there's just like 4 or 5 more. What they're shooting is rubber pellets. They really hurt, but they're meant to be shot at from about 40 meters away. And the police are doing that from straight up close. Honestly, in my opinion, that's probably a real gun, and it's not from the police, the military, or the people. Any side street, all the streets are unsafe. The people have chosen to form their own neighborhood watches, as the media has been portraying correctly, but the people can't be everywhere at once, especially when the police has given up. That has definitely been really creepy. One of the biggest things that I learned, like not learned, but noticed since I got to Egypt was the overwhelming police presence. Every block they would have a little hut, and just sit out there with their AK-47s, and we'd get harassed by them. We would get called, like catcalled by them, but I felt like there was an overwhelming presence, and now there's literally been no police for 2 days. And like I said earlier, it's interesting that the crime hasn't been higher. It still is oddly quiet in Cairo and has been. I know it's pretty far away where everyone's at right now. And people have been rioting since 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Well, prayer got out at, I believe, 1 or 2 p.m. But it's just interesting to see where I'm at, being the center of the news around the world, and seeing the news come on, and me knowing, hey, that's the